Here on the fifth floor, we often talk about South Korea and its most successful exports, K-drama and K-pop. In recent years, another powerful industry has emerged, Korean beauty products. From moisturizers to makeup, Korean brands have expanded across the world and found very profitable markets in Southeast Asia, North America, and Africa. But when they started expanding outside of South Korea, some of these brands faced a backlash. Why? Well, some of their products did not match the skin tone of their new clients, and they had to rush to find solutions. Korean journalist Soo Min Kim has been reporting on this story, and she's here in the studio with me. Welcome, Sue.
Hi, Farnak. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you.
Really excited to be here.
So, you grew up in South Korea, so I assume that you were very familiar with Korean beauty products. Was it a big thing when you were growing up?
Yes, definitely. Growing up in Korea where taking care of your skin is kind of ingrained in the culture, it has been part of me since a young age.
So what do you think is so special about Korean products? What makes them different?
Korean skincare is known for its innovation and high quality natural ingredients that usually promotes this youthful, healthy, glowing skin.
The glass skin.
Right.
Everybody talks about it.
And you've probably seen products that contain, snail mucin, ginseng, green tea. And because the whole skincare approach is all about protection and prevention, you've seen the viral videos of 5-step or 10-step.
9-step.
Or even 12-step of Korean skincare.
Many steps.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of this thing is focusing on hydration. Mine's pretty simple if I were to think about it.
How many steps do you have in your routine?
I have about 3 to 4 steps. Yeah.
Manageable.
Which is,
Yeah.
I think so. It's doable.
Yeah, I think mine is 3 steps as well. So is the skincare business big in the country? I visited Seoul and there were these streets that were lined with stores, all just cosmetic stores and facial masks, these sheet masks. They were selling them in these huge bundles.
Sounds like Korea. Yes. I can even picture the whole street and where it is. But yeah, skincare business is a big industry in Korea, and it is expected to keep growing. I've actually pulled together some of the recent data. So in terms of the domestic cosmetic market, it is currently worth over $11 billion. Wow. And it is projected to grow by 4% annually till 2029. And as for the exports, South Korea was the second largest cosmetic exporter with over $7 billion in exports in 2023. Just behind France, actually, which exported over $11 billion.
And when and why did this Korean beauty products expand, their popularity expand beyond South Korea?
Right. So the Korean beauty industry has been growing fast and largely driven by the global popularity of, K-pop, K-dramas, and films. And from the interviews I had with users from different countries, one of the main ways that people discover Korean products is through these Korean content. And a lot of people admire their favorite actors and artists from the shows and from the stage, which draws them into trying new Korean products. And another point that often came up was the affordability and high quality of these products. These brands have been available on international online shopping platforms for years now, but it has been only recent for the past couple of years. There has been a stronger push for more inclusive global products. So, for example, in 2023, this brand, they launched this whole personalized makeup brand that offers over 150 shades of foundation. Covers a lot of clients, right?
And that comes basically after some backlash that some brands face. And what was the issue?
I guess for a while, Korean cosmetics have faced criticism from international consumers for not being inclusive enough because a lot of the products were made for lighter skin tones. And people with darker skin tones often struggle to find the right tone for them in terms of base makeup, lip products, or even blushes. But then it all started to change with this influencer called Miss Darcy. She's a Black beauty influencer based in Toronto, Canada. And she posted this video about her experience with Korean cushion foundation. She went to this brand event where beauty brands were handing out PR packages with 9 Korean cushion shades and tried the darkest shades among those 5 cushion foundations, but none of them actually worked for her skin.
And we have a clip of that video, so let's have a listen.
This is the darkest shade of a Korean foundation. It's such a nice glowy finish. I wish this came in my shade. I know that Korean foundations can make my shade. It's not impossible.
So what happened?
So that video went viral on social media and sparked this whole conversations where a lot of beauty influencers jumped in to talk more about it, calling for a change, asking for more colors from Korean brands. And the brands actually responded very quickly. Within a few weeks, a brand came back with 15 additional dark shade cushion foundation for Miss Darcy to try out. So yeah, I thought it was very interesting how this global demand and voices really are reshaping the Korean beauty industry, and decided to look more into it and follow the videos and talk to the people.
They're called influencers.
Yes.
They've got to be influencing something. So you also spoke to beauty retailers and content creators in Kenya and Nigeria. What did you find out?
Yeah, so I spoke with a manager at the cosmetic shop in Nairobi, Kenya, and a beauty influencer based in Lagos. And they all shared how this inclusivity in the Korean beauty industry has had a huge impact on their community. Because for them, it means like brands are finally seeing them and hearing them. So they really appreciated the new shades that were designed for them. And generally just really excited to see those products available in their cities as well.
And are these products popular? Like Korean products are popular in African countries?
Yeah. So Ferris, who's the manager at the cosmetic shop in Nairobi, told me that this Korean dark cushion foundation is one of the best-selling items in our stores in Nairobi. And also like over in Lagos, Ojo, who's a beauty influencer based in Lagos, she also shared her review video on TikTok. Got a lot of reactions and people are really interested in what's coming next. So she's looking forward to making more videos of Korean brands that cater to darker skin tones. I mean, that actually reminded me. I was talking to BBC video journalist who's based in Nairobi, Gloria. She was telling me how huge Korean beauty is in Nairobi at the moment, that if I ever want to do business in the future, I should come to Nairobi and open a shop and I would make a lot of money. So that might be my retirement plan. Yeah.
You also spoke to a manufacturer that provides products to over 3,700 beauty brands in South Korea. What did they tell you?
The main issue was that there hadn't been much research done on darker skin tones. So they had to start from scratch to really understand the needs for darker skin tones and what the users are looking for in their foundation. So they decided to run this real color matching test on people from America, Africa, the Pacific, and the other regions.
And it's financially very important to them.
Exactly. And throughout these tests, they've learned quite a lot of things. So one thing was the ingredients. It's a common ingredient called titanium dioxide, which is used for Korean cushion foundation for coverage. But they've learned that it doesn't quite work on darker skin tones. It creates this very dull, ashy finish on darker skin tones. So they had to recreate the whole formula specifically for darker skin tones. And another thing was cultural differences. So in Korea, there's a preference of choosing a lighter cushion foundation, usually 1 or 2 tones lighter than your natural skin tones. So you'll get to see people's faces and the necks are quite different.
And here is the opposite side.
Yeah, exactly. But then during their research, they discovered that, especially for Black participants, they tend to match their face to their neck. So the priority is different. They want the natural coverage that complements their original skin tones.
And I should mention that you are a former Miss South Korea.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I'm sitting in front of a former Miss South Korea. So, was the beauty industry something you were always interested to look into because of this background when you got into journalism? Did it influence you?
I mean, yeah, it certainly had some influence. I mean, I was Miss Korea 2018, so
Wow.
it was a long ago. But yeah, definitely that pageantry and TV career in Korea got me interested into this beauty industry, not just the products, but the whole industry now. Both the good and the bad, and what still needs more improvement and all. So yeah, right now I'm actually looking into the sustainable beauty industry, like what it truly means and how many brands are genuinely contributing to it. But I guess that's a whole new topic that we can dive in
We'll
later.
definitely have you back on the fifth floor. Thank you, Soo Min Kim,
problem.
Korean journalist. And if you want to let us know what you think about the show or you have questions for our amazing correspondents, send an email to the fifth floor at bbc.co.uk. I'm Farina Kamiti. The fifth floor team this week was
Alice Gioia,
Caroline Ferguson.
and
Hannah Dean.
thanks for listening. You've been listening to the documentary from the BBC World Service.